Dutchie Monroe, and I would like you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for whenever I post another video. You will be notified. And once again, it's Chef Dutchie with the pot coming to you with another video. And this time, we in the kitchen roasting like it's stir fry. Now, we just making some good old Taco Tuesday guacamole. Now, I don't know if y'all do, but I definitely celebrate Taco Tuesday every Tuesday. So let's get into the prep. We got a red onion, jalapenos. Gotta holla at the pino if you don't know. Then we got tomato and a bunch of cilantro to cut up. Then last but not least, the main ingredient, which is avocados. I suggest you cut those babies at the very last step to avoid them turning brown from oxidation. Adding lime juice and wrapping it with plastic wrap, it would help, but it's best to just wait till the very last moment to get those babies open. I advise anyone who is getting into the idea of cooking to first prep out your ingredients. Get out your seasonings. If you have meat or dairy products, leave it in the fridge, but put it all to the front and center so if you ever in a rush, you're not searching high and low. Set everything you need on your list out in a different area from your workspace, cut it up if you have to, and so on and so forth. Here, I am showing you my attempt on the proper way of cutting the onion. Now, I have a hard time with this, but it is crucial that you avoid cutting your fingers anytime you're working with a sharp knife. So as you watch me cut this onion, you will see me doing what I call the paw. There is a correct kitchen term for it. I think it's called the claw. Simply put, you hold on to the item you're cutting on a flat surface with your fingertips tucked under in towards the palm of your hand. You guide the knife with your knuckles, thereby preventing cutting yourself. I would advise you to just slice the onion the long way before making cuts into the round side for the dice. Now with the guacamole, you want to make sure all your ingredients are in small dice as small as possible unless you like your guac very chunky. That's why you see me making so many cuts into the onion and only use half the onion. We don't really need that much. We're going to put the other half away, use it for another time for some other recipe. So with the jalapeno, I want to avoid at all costs using any part that makes it spicy, which is the seeds. So I take out any part that was even connected to the seeds and throw it away. If you like the spice, the seeds can be used to add that kick. Once again, make all your ingredients into small dice. The smaller, the better. the jalapeno, you make a julienne cut, which is these strips, and then cut it the other way to create the dice. We only gonna need 1 jalapeno for this recipe. The knife that I'm using is a paring knife, which I feel is better to be using to make certain cuts in vegetables. Using a paring knife to cut vegetables isn't always the best. Using a chef knife is the correct way. As you see, I take the 10-inch knife and resume cutting. Also, if you don't have access to a bench scraper, which is the small white square that you can use to pick things off your cutting board, you can use the back of your knife, carefully avoiding the sharp side to pick things off of your cutting board. Be careful not to use the sharp edge to ruin a good knife. Let's move on to the tomato. Now you want to use 1 good Roma tomato because a plum tomato will be too juicy and give too many problems when cutting it. Get the seeds in the core out of the middle with a paring knife and use the chef knife to julienne cut and then cut into a dice. Clean or wipe down your cutting board after every use with the knife. Also, it would be best to clean your knife if you do go from cutting vegetables to cutting meats, and use a different cutting board. In my house, I have a yellow board for vegetables and a red board for meats. Wash your hands if you do go from cutting vegetables and meats or vice versa to avoid what is considered cross-contamination. We will now head into cutting the cilantro. Now cut the whole bunch, but you don't need much of this either. And as I said twice before, make sure that this is well chopped, very small. A good habit to get into is to always clean your herbs and vegetables, even meats, before handling. I felt I shouldn't have to actually tell people this, but please make sure you do so. Now that we've chopped up all the other ingredients, let's get to the avocados and lime. When dealing with the avocados, make sure to press firmly around it to ensure it is ripe and ready. If it is dark colored, as you see here, it means it's turning into its ripeness. And if it's green, it's not ripe at all. You can also check the color under the stem at the top. If you pop it out of the top and it's a green color, it's good to go. If the area under the stem is brown, it may be overripe and have brown spots. One of the avocados fooled me and gave me a hard time. I ended up throwing that one out and using another one. And it is easy to get fooled because I brought all these together in a pack and that was the only one that was not ripe enough. Now, what I like to do as I'm cutting the avocados is have some lime juice ready to coat them and to keep them green while I cut the rest of the avocados. I kind of did too good at scooping them because I took some of the inner shell skin with it, and I don't want to experience what that tastes like, so I made sure to scrape that off. As you can see from the difference in the color from the avocados that was ripe and the one that wasn't, the inside was a brighter greenish yellow and it was as hard as a rock. avocados and then mash them up with a potato masher to make sure your life is a lot easier. I tried it with a fork like that was really gonna do something. Finish mashing and then throw all your ingredients into the avocados and mix. Season it to taste with salt, cumin, and a bit more lime juice, and bam! Boom! There you got it. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and leave a comment below on any recipes you may want to see me try. Till the next time, guys. Later.